Welcome to the final project, and I want to thank everybody for making it this far through the class. But this is the time of the class where you get the opportunity to show me what you have learned and to take some of the techniques that we have discussed in the class and actually put it together into a final project. Now the final project you're going to see is composed of 4 basic parts. So I want to talk first about the format of the final project. You need to deliver the final project to me by the due dates. The best way to do that is to email it to me. You can use it, save it as a PDF document or as a Word document. I also have Microsoft Publisher if you want to create it in Microsoft Publisher. Any other formats other than that, you're going to have to deliver it directly to me. And you just have to email me and get my office address, or we can make arrangements for me to pick it up on main campus. But I know some of you are not local, so you'll have to make sure that if you do mail it to me, that you have plenty of time for it to reach me. The project is due by the deadline. Anybody who turns in a project after the deadline will not get a score for the project. The project is actually where you get to buy real estate properties. And you get to pick out which properties you want to buy. And you're going to have $500,000 to spend. You're going to have $50,000 to use as a down payment. And then the rest of it will be spent towards properties. I really want you to invest the entire $500,000. Don't just pick out one house that you like that's $120,000 or $130,000 and turn it in as your final project. I really want to see where you have gone out and done the research and the legwork in order to come up with spending the entire $500,000. Now, the 4 parts of the project. Part 1 is the plan. In Module 4, you're going to find out that we talk about a plan. Investors need to have a plan. What you're going to come up with first is what your plan is. It does not matter what your plan is, whether you want to buy properties for cash, whether you want to buy properties and flip them, whether you want to buy properties and hold them for the long term. It doesn't really matter. It's your option. I just want to see where you have decided what the plan is for you as an investor. Part 2 of the project is the actual property selection. Now we're going to talk about in some of the modules how you can select properties, how you can find properties, how you can use the internet to find properties. But I'm going to actually request that you guys go out and not only find the properties, but you're going to have to drive by them. A real investor would not only find properties on the internet, but would drive by to make sure that they're in the right locations, that they're in the right areas, and that they look like what you think they're supposed to look like. Part 3 is the property analysis. Each of the properties that you select have to be analyzed. The tools that we learned in Module 3 with calculations as far as return on investment, cap rates, gross rent multipliers, all these things have to be used on each individual property. And Part 4 is going to be the conclusion. At the end, I want you to wrap up this report and tell me what you've learned, what properties you picked, and why you picked them, and what goals that you're going to have with these properties. Now there's a variety of formats. I have posted on the blackboard different types of forms that you can use to analyze your properties. I also have a couple of different projects that you can use that other students have done just to give you a guideline. I'm going to hold up one of these, and if we can focus in a little bit on this. This is just a basic property project that somebody had turned in, and as you can see it has a cover page. It also has things like a plan. They have picked a plan. Now I will post this on Blackboard. I know you can't see it too well here on YouTube, but this will be on Blackboard for a sample. I don't expect you to copy it word for word. I don't expect you to use it exactly. I just want you to look at it so that you can see what other students have done and what has been acceptable. So they started out with the plan, and then they went into the property selection. And as you can see, there's pictures of the properties and there's analysis of each property. Now it's important that you take pictures of the actual properties, that you drive by and take pictures. If you want full credit for the report, you cannot cut and paste pictures from somebody else's website or from county records or from some real estate agent's websites. And I can tell through the use of the computer which ones you've actually taken and which ones you've stolen from other people. So be really careful about that. I want you to go out and analyze each property. But as you can see, this person decided to throw some color in, which is always a nice idea. They have some good stats, some good analysis, and they did one of these for each property. Again, don't panic on this. The actual forms and this sample will be on Blackboard that you can look at a couple of different forms. And then you'll see when they get towards the end of the report, they then come up with a conclusion. No report is complete without a good conclusion. So at the end of the report, all you want to do is put it together, get it delivered to me. Now don't forget, you're in college, so you want to make sure that you have a reference page. No good report is worth it without a reference page at the end. So make sure that you put in whatever sources you've used. Wherever you found your properties, whether it was Realtor.com or company websites, make sure that you cite that reference. The project will give you the opportunity to actually take the knowledge that you've learned in this class and apply it to real-life real estate. I want you guys to show me how you have taken these tools and really understand these tools and are able to use these tools as if you were going to be a real investor. Have some fun with it. Don't wait till the last day. If you wait till the last day, I guarantee you this is one huge project. But if you do a little bit each week for the next 4 or 5 weeks, it'll be much easier than you can imagine to put this project together.